5.4, solve problems involving linear systems. Okay, so a linear system, as a recall, can be solved by graphing or algebraically, so substitution or elimination. Okay, different methods of solving a linear system should give the same solution. Okay, example 1. Students hold a car wash to raise money for a school trip. They charge $7 per car and $10 per van. So these two are explaining money. And we're talking about cars and vans. Okay? So if they wash a total of 52 vehicles, okay, that would umbrella cars and vans. And they earned $457. So again, we're talking about money. How many cars did they wash? And how many vans did they wash? So these questions, a lot of details come in what the question is actually asking us to do. So it says, how many cars did they wash? So we're going to go ahead and let C represent the number of cars washed. Okay, and then how many vans did they wash? We're going to let V represent the number of vans washed. Okay, so in total, we know that there are 52 vehicles. So the number of cars plus the number of vans is going to equal 52. So C plus V equals 52 is one of our equations. Now, if we want to convert this all into money, what we'd have to do is we'd have to say, okay, the number of cars, well, if I make $7 per car, I'm going to make 7 times the number of cars I wash. And if I make $10 per van, I'm going to make $10 times however many vans I wash. And in total, they make $457. Okay, so there are two methods of solving this linear system. We don't have a graph, so we're going to stay away from graphing, but we can either do substitution or elimination. So because the coefficient of C and V are both 1, I'm going to go ahead and use substitution. So I'm going to move over this V, and I'm going to be left with C equals 52 minus V. And I'm going to take that expression and I'm going to sub it into the other equation exactly where C is. So I get 7 times 52 minus V plus 10V equals 457. Okay, distribute this 7 into the bracket. 7 times 52, we get 364. 7 times negative V minus 7V plus 10V equals 457. Collecting these two, I get 3V, and I'll bring this 364 over. It changes to a negative 364. So 457 minus 364, I get 93. Okay, in order to get the 3 off of the V, I'm going to go ahead and divide both sides by 3, and I get V equals 31. So they've washed 31 vans. Now, I already did the legwork to solve for C, so I'm going to go ahead and use this equation here. 52 minus 31, and I get 21. So therefore, he washed 31 vans and 21 cars. Okay, example 2. Mary invests $3,000 into 2 bank accounts. Okay, so this actually gives us a lot more information than you think. So the total would be $3,000 and there's 2 bank accounts. So most likely we're going to let's go X and Y. represent the money in each account, but let's keep reading to see what happens. Okay, the first account pays 7.25% interest per year, and the second account pays 10.5 interest per year. So there's going to be two accounts. We can call it like account A, account B. It's the only thing that tells them apart is that one pays 7.25 interest, one pays 10.5 interest. So at the end of the year, she's earned $250 in total interest. How much did Mary invest in each account? Okay, so this, again, what the question is asking is giving us a lot of information about our let statements. How much did Mary invest in each account? So let X represent the amount of money in the 7.25% account. Okay, and let Y represent the amount of money in the 10.5% account. So we know these added up is going to be $3,000. Okay, and then when we're talking about interest, so we need to convert everything to interest, which is going to equal $250. So the amount of interest that she makes on the X amount of dollars is 0.0725. I shouldn't have put this down already. Let's, there we go, erase that. Okay, so that's the amount of interest times X dollars plus 0.105 Y equals 250. Okay, so let's use substitution since X and Y already have a coefficient of 1. So I'm going to go ahead and bring that Y over, and I get X equals 3,000 minus Y. And I'm going to plug that in right where the X is. So 0.0725 bracket 3,000 minus Y plus 0.105 Y equals 250. Let's distribute this into the bracket. So we get 217.50 minus 0.0725 Y plus 0.105 Y equals 250. Okay, we're going to collect these like terms. They're both Y terms. So I get 0.0325 Y. And I'm going to bring this 217.50 over, and we're going to subtract the 217.50. Okay, and we get 32.5. Now let's divide both sides out, 0.0325, 0.0325, and I get Y equals 1,000. Okay, so $1,000 was deposited into the 10.5% account. And now, again, we already did the legwork to solve for the X. So X is going to equal 3,000 minus 1,000. So X equals 2,000. Okay, so in words, $2,000 was invested in the 7.25% account. Okay, and $1,000 was invested in the 10.5% account.